Hello everyone, I'm Pauline, the founder of Imagine If, and I'm here today with Helen, who is the founder and managing director and also head honcho of Troy Business Services, who are based in Leicester. And Helen's going to share her experience of coaching today. So thanks very much for being here today, Helen.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
So what was it that drew you to coaching in the first place?
Yeah, good question. I guess I was I think I was looking for my purpose in life, my thing, I think I called it. So I just didn't know what I wanted to really do with my life, I guess, which you'd think by now I would know. But I just realised I didn't really know, and I didn't really know myself. So I just thought I needed some help to kind of find who I really was. So yeah, that's where I started, really.
And how was your experience, and was it different to what you thought it would be like?
It was different, actually. I think I thought it was going to be a little bit more therapy based, whatever I thought that was going to be, and it wasn't really. It was more general chatting, exploring. Yeah, it's just more natural process, I think. But it was just really enlightening. That's the thing that I would say mostly. You've helped me to see that I was kind of really living on autopilot, I guess. Just living my perception of what normal life was, which really was from my conditioning and my experiences in life. And the real me was buried so deep that I'd kind of forgotten who I was. It was really under layers of all these shoulds, you know, I should be a good daughter, I should work hard, I should be everything to everyone else. And I'd kind of realised I'd forgotten who I was. So we then began that discovery of who I really was. And I think without you, I don't think I'd have really known where to start. So yeah, it's been brilliant, actually.
And can you say a bit more, because I think a lot of us do this, myself included. I used to almost be on autopilot and not really know why I was doing things, not even be aware of that. Can you share a bit more about what that was like and how that's different for you now?
Yeah, I think I just didn't really think or stop to consider there was another way. I think I just thought my life was my life, and that was just the way it was going to be. And then I just started to feel not quite at one with everything. And I don't think I realised how much of all of the things I've been told and all the things I've learned, not just, you know, as grown up as a child, just through everything I've been through in my life so far, really was guiding me through everything I did. And then as soon as you start to look at that, so, you know, it's kind of the mirroring, I suppose, when you kind of held a mirror up to me and sort of said, is that really real? Is that a belief, or is that actually true? So that whole thing about, I guess I was thinking, I've got to help everyone because that's what I do. I'm a giver. Well, that was a label I gave myself, and that's not really true. So then it became around, well, what do I really want? You know, putting myself first a little bit more, being front of the queue, I think was a phrase you used, and that really resonated with me. And because I think I always started my days really with, right, what do I need to do for everyone today? Pretty much subconsciously a lot of the time. But I don't really do that now. I just kind of come at it from a point of view, what do I want? You know, what's important for me? What are my needs? Whereas before, my needs were completely ignored most of the time, and only occasionally they would sort of pop up and say, what about me? And I didn't really pay much attention. So that whole process of really just looking at all of those areas and really challenging my beliefs about everything, actually, about my life. What is my work? You know, why do I really want to do what I do? The whole piece was just just a revelation, actually, even though a lot of it came back to, actually, it does fit me. I really enjoy that work. It just made me have a deeper understanding and feel like it's part of me, I think.
Mm. And what would you say has been the highlight of your coaching experience?
It's been loads, actually. Quite a lot of breakthroughs, I think. A bit of, aha, that's why that's difficult. So I think, just things like just realizing that being helpful to others isn't my purpose in life. It's kind of, and it sounds ridiculous now when I say it, but it's, it's those kind of things where, excuse me, you kind of suddenly realize things and things start to just melt away. These things that you held on to for so long just fall away, and then you feel freer, lighter, more aware of your own needs and what kind of life you want. And I just really felt happier and less stressed, less controlled, less controlling, which was the other thing. I thought I had to control everything, and I don't, because it's pointless, because you can't. I've learned that, thank you. And it is that whole kind of keeping everything together, trying to hold it all together, when in reality it's the opposite of that. So yeah, lots of highlights.
Yeah, great. And was it challenging for you? And if so, how was it challenging?
I think, yes, it was, actually. And I think you have to kind of be a bit brave, because you've really got to look quite deeply in yourself, and maybe some things you just don't want to look at, or there's an area that's quite difficult. So I think that was not surprising, but I think that was certainly could be a little bit uncomfortable. But actually, they're the interesting bits. That's where you kind of really need to look, because that's the juiciest area of the kind of blocks and the demons that you have, I guess. So I think that that was quite challenging, I guess. But also just letting go of things I've always believed. That's been quite a challenge, because it's so ingrained, it's so there, that actually it's easy to sort of slip back into autopilot and just keep doing the things you've always done. So I think that's quite a challenge. And just also feeling a little bit sad that, I kind of lived this life, and sometimes I think, if I'd have realised this a lot earlier, I might have had a different life, or I just makes you wonder what if, I guess. So yeah, I would definitely still do it, so it's not negative.
No, you're absolutely right. That's where the juice is, when you feel a bit scared or you don't want to let go of something. It can feel like a hard thing to do, but that's when you really step into a new way of experiencing life. And how would you say it's impacted your life? And is it more about your business, or is it about your personal life? What is it?
It's been across both, actually. I think I'm just a lot I just feel a lot freer, a lot happier. It feels more real. So when I go into something, it doesn't really matter what it is. I'm more in tune with how I feel, and it's more authentic, I guess. So yeah, I feel like life's easier somehow. It's more free, more enjoyable. I just don't feel like I'm rushing around and just trying to be everything to everyone. It's not like that anymore. And it doesn't mean that I'm not, carrying around important people in my life. It's just not at the expense of myself. So, yeah. And actually, it's been really exciting and freeing, in the sense that, new things in my business that I may not have looked at before are now things that I'm really interested in, and new services and new expansion. And maybe I wouldn't have done that before, because I'd have been fearful of it or wanted to control it. And Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah. And have the people around you noticed any difference? Do they say anything to you?
Yeah, they have actually. It's been quite interesting. Certainly more calm, apparently. And, less demanding, apparently. Just more chipper, I think a couple of people have said to me. And yeah, just calm, I think most people have said, which is really interesting. So I think I was a little bit manic originally, just having so much to do and trying to get it all done and be everything. So yeah.
Yeah. And what would you say to people who are thinking about having coaching, but they may be wondering if, I can get all this information from a book or go on a course? What's the difference that you see?
Well, I did read some books actually, and they're helpful, but to get real change, I don't think, well, I certainly wouldn't have been able to do it without you, without being coached. I think you need someone who can help you to see. And as I said earlier, it's like, having that mirror, somebody who will say, is that really true? And you can't get that from a book or really a course, actually. I think all these things add to it, but in reality, to get real proper change, I think you need someone to help you to do that. So I would definitely say, and I would never have got to where I am now without help, without your help, and coaching's made a massive difference. I would definitely, and I have told a lot of my friends the benefits of it. I kind of want to say, go and do it, but you can't, of course. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it. I would do it again, and I think it's something that I will probably always do.
And is there anything else that you'd like to share?
Would I like to share anything else? Just that it's just been a great experience. I would definitely, like I say, I would definitely do it again, knowing what I know now. And I just feel like it's something that most people would benefit from, if not everyone, actually. So yeah, all good.
Great. Thanks very much for your time, Helen. I really appreciate it.
No problem. You're welcome.
See you soon.
Thank you.